Now we're entering into the C section of the Korg Kaossilator Pro. Basically, to get to the C section, just press number 4, which will take you to the first preset. So what we've got is we begin on C085, and this is the first sound. Much more tinny and hissy high up. It's much more powerful and dark downwards, so it's quite a nice one. Okay, warming up the old hand. I'm going to have to skip through these one by one. So C086. That's standard preset sequence of loop. Yeah, I believe it actually goes up one note to go into the higher. Or is it 2 notes? Yeah, I think it's 2. It changes a note as it goes up. That's quite an interesting sort of sound, that one, but I wouldn't really use it because it's sort of wah, wah, wah. I don't kind of like that in music. So C087 that we're on now. Ooh, this is groovy. This is arpeggiated, cool stuff. Yeah, that one goes up as well. That's quite groovy. Quite like that one. C088 is and that one goes up as well. Reminds me of a certain game about evolution many years ago on the old SNES console. I believe it was called something The Search for Eden, but yeah, that's a nice sound actually. Onto C89. Much more powerful and pronounced sound down here towards you, or away from you actually, because the video's upside down and that's what I can see. Non-pronounced sound at the bottom. Yep, no change in the notation there, so up to C90. Not entirely sure what instrument that is. Sounds like a sort of slap bass guitar, but that one also goes up. So it changes as it goes across and as it goes up. And it goes up in sound. It also goes up. It also goes up in terms of. It's hard to really explain this one. Very tinny up here, tinny up, slightly hissy up there. Very sort of cool down there. Very brr down there. So yeah, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? On to C91. Oh, that is amazing. Not in love. Okay, I can't play this thing at all, but that sounds very 10cc there. No, I really like that one. A lot of attack up here. Let's attack as we go down. Much more relaxed. Different cut off as we go up. Actually, I don't know if the... Yeah, this one's a strange one. I think there's some filtery stuff going on here, but that is really, really nice. So that was C091, and next on Radio 5, C092. How amazing. I bet you didn't see that one coming. I don't need to do anything to be awesome with this one. Except for the fact that once I hit one note, I should just stay with that. Or... wow, the arpeggiation or changes in terms of the way that the sound works. I don't know what that does, but it just sounds cool when you move up and down the scale. Yep, that is amazing. So I really like that preset. C092, moving on to C093. Yeah, don't really know what that is, but just changes ever so slightly as it moves away from us and into the beautiful recesses of insanity. That's an arpeggiated sound going slightly, or a looped sound rather. It's quite groovy. Quite like that one. On to C094. Very wobbly down here. Like a wobulator is going crazy with it. Okay, this is very strange. So this side of the keyboard is the same, or the keypad rather. The touchpad is the same. Touchpad, that's what it is. Because you touch it and it moves. Okay, that's interesting. What we've got is we've got a sound which goes up a bit. It's quite nice. Not as detectable up this end, and in the middle it's not as wobbly. That is a very interesting sound, because it, instead of evolving around the top or the bottom, it evolves around the middle. But it's a strictly sort of cross thing that they've got going. Or just a line through, should I say. It's a line through, but it's very effective. It's quite nice. On to C095. That's just got a lot of delay on it. I don't really like that one very much. The good thing about these ones which go up a bit is I can literally play something very, very basic as long as it only has 2 notes involved, and it sounds relatively decent. So you see, that's what happens when I try and play it like using the cool key sort of thing in the touchpad thing. But yeah, so on to C096. Ooh, groovy. So that one goes up. Okay, going up just ever so slightly up there, and a lot on the lower one, an entire octave I believe, or even more than that, I don't know. I'm not good with this musical stuff. Onto, that was a nice arpeggiation, and on to C97. Oh yeah, that was totally pro. It gets wobbly as it goes up. That's quite nice. Yeah, that's not so nice. It's all to do with your ability to play one of these touchpad things. I don't use touchpads on computers or anything, so this is relatively new. It's really kind of nice because it keeps flashing different colours, but that is not what this is about. This is about the sound behind it. Yeah, so it sounds quite cool, and it's more wobbly, C097, as you go up. So I quite like that. C098 is going to sound different. Don't really know what that is, but it sounds quite cool. Anyway. Yeah, so I was just adjusting my pants there, or just for the female members in the audience, because I know you're that interested. Yeah, that was amazing. On to C099. Arpeggiated, sounds quite cool. And that's a lot more distorted up at the top. I don't know where I'd use that, but it's got, I suppose it's got an interesting sound to it. On to C100. It's an arpeggiator, it's quite cool. Ooh, nice. I like that. Let's see what happens when you move down the board. Standard arpeggiator thing, it seems, for this is to go up a little bit, so that clueless idiots like myself can make this thing work. On to C101. Oh, the chorusy one. Okay, this one definitely changes as it goes up. That's very wobbly up there. C101, folks. On to C102, which is going to sound very different. It's one of those sounds that you only really hear in a cool 70s disco track, I think. More aggressive as we move up. Oh, I like that. It sounds ever so slightly sinister. C103 is the next one. standard arpeggiator. I don't know if I really like that one very much actually, but you know, it's a sound, isn't it? No sound almost. Very sub-bassy. Nice and subby. So it goes from sub to basic synth and to wobbly synth. That's quite nice actually, a lot of variation with that one. If you got really good with the touchpad and you didn't have gigantic clumsy idiot fingers which always pressed the wrong stuff and made things sound terrible, you could probably use that one to make a lot of different sounds, so that would be amazing. On to C of on R5. Slightly more whiny and tinny up at top. More relaxed down low. Not a particular fan. C106. I reckon it's going to be a lot more sustained down here. Well, certainly more release. Yeah, more release. No, not really sustain. Well, we all make mistakes, don't we? I made a mistake! Plenty of them. That's quite nice. That would be good for sort of making cool old-fashioned style movies. C107's groovy. That's quite a nice synth lead sound. And as you can tell, it gets more powerful as it goes up. So C108 is the next one. That's a very surreal sort of gongy belly sound. So it goes up as you go up in sound. It becomes a higher pitch as it goes up. There we go, higher pitch. I'm a genius. That's how much I know about music. I know what pitch means. It's what happens when a real musician throws this thing on my head. Wow, that's amazing. I love that. Onto a C of 109. Doesn't sound that different. Yep, definitely Eden thing coming through again. Oh, that brings back memories. But yeah, more, slightly more attack and more love up at the top. I don't know what's happening here, but it's just sort of so cool. I love this, it's great. Yeah, I better stop doing this. You're going to start thinking I'm a little bit crazy, which is never good. So C110 is the next one. Now, this is an arpeggiated one, gated one, and it's not me clicking the gate up for once. I'm actually playing this normally. I bet it goes up a bit. Nope, it just increases in speed. It doesn't go up anything, just increases in speed, which is quite nice. Or tempo, should I say, if I want to be musician-y. Musical thingy-ness, yeah. Onto C of 111. Oh, that's another electric guitar type sound. Yeah, it just changes ever so slightly the sound that comes out. It's quite nice. That sounds ever so slightly reminiscent of the Power Rangers until say 112. Yep, old computer games coming through again, it's quite cool. I like that, that's nice. Until C113, another one which is unlucky for me maybe, who knows. Well, that's nice, it sort of slowly fades away. It's mellow. Do do do. Do 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 do. Oh, that's groovy, yeah. Goes up a little bit. That's quite nice. That's nice. Not as a main sort of sound in a piece of music, but just to have that chiming in a little bit. That's quite nice. On to C114. Nice little chord there. Yeah, it just goes up. It just goes up a little bit, which is quite cool, but I don't think I'd use that one for some reason, even though it sounds vaguely similar to the other ones that I like, which is scary. But yeah, that's all of the C ones for you. So hope you've enjoyed that, and see you next time.